Chicken lasagna that is better than beef lasagna. I'm going to start by adding 1 kilogram of diced chicken breast to my pan. We're going to make a recipe that is absolutely delicious, and I already had a drizzle of oil in my pan. Now I'm going to let the chicken sear well. I'm not adding water because the chicken will release its own juices, and once it starts browning, I'll be back to continue. Look, guys, the water from the chicken has evaporated, and it's starting to brown. Now, to continue, I'm going to add 1 chopped green bell pepper. I'm also going to add 1 chopped red bell pepper. And I'll add 1 chopped yellow bell pepper. Guys, this recipe turns out delicious. If you don't want to use this amount of bell peppers, you can reduce it to your liking. I'll also add 4 small sweet peppers cut into slices. Now I'll mix everything very well. Alright guys, I've mixed everything well, and now, to continue, I'm going to add half a chopped white onion. I'm also going to add 3 minced garlic cloves and mix everything very well again. And I'll go ahead and add half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'll add 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'll add half a teaspoon of oregano. The amount of dry seasonings is to taste, but you can add any seasonings you like. Now I'll mix the seasonings well into the chicken. Alright guys, the seasonings are well mixed into the chicken. Now I'll add a 300-gram packet of tomato sauce. Now I'll mix it well. I'm not adding any water, just the tomato sauce is enough to cook the chicken. I'll let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then I'll be back to continue with our recipe. Alright guys, this is the perfect cooking point for my chicken, and look how amazing it looks. Now I'll turn off the heat, set it aside, and move on to the next step. Now to continue, I'll add 1 tablespoon of butter to my pan and let it melt completely. Alright guys, my butter has melted. Now I'll add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and mix very well to combine it with the butter. Take a moment and tell me in the comments which city you're watching from so I can send you a big shout out in the next video. Now, I'll gradually add 2 cups of milk, stirring constantly to combine it with the mixture. Guys, I'm not adding all the milk at once to avoid lumps in my white sauce. Alright guys, this is the perfect consistency for my white sauce. Now, to finish, I'll add half a teaspoon of dried parsley, but you can use any seasoning you like. Now I'll turn off the heat, my sauce is fully cooked, and let's move on to assembling our dish. Now, in my baking dish, I'll add a generous amount of my white sauce and spread it evenly on the bottom. I've spread the sauce evenly. Now I'll layer the pasta sheets. I'm using oven-ready lasagna sheets, and I'll place them like this at the bottom of the dish. Now I'll add half of the chicken filling and spread it out evenly. Make sure to share this recipe with all your family and friends so they can make it too. Alright guys, I've spread it well. Now I'll add another layer of pasta sheets until fully covered, and I'll keep layering like this until I reach the top of the dish. Alright guys, I've reached the top of the baking dish. Now I'll finish with the remaining white sauce. Make this lasagna at home, and I promise you won't regret making this masterpiece. Look guys, I've spread all the white sauce over my lasagna. Now I'll top it with mozzarella cheese and cover the entire lasagna. Now I'll place it in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes, and after that time, I'll be back to show you the incredible result. Look guys, my lasagna is ready. Now I'll cut a piece to show you how this masterpiece looks inside. Look at this guys, this lasagna turned out amazing. Now I'll put this piece on my plate. Also, rate this recipe from 0 to 10 in the comments. And now comes the best part, tasting this delicious lasagna. Enjoy your meal.